Now, downscaling is almost synonymous and as inevitable as retiring. The earlier we start giving thought to this reality, the better. And to give some guidance about effective downscaling, I'm now joined by real estate professionals Hanneleen Roux and Annette Kasselman. Hanneleen, Annette, great to have you back on All About Property.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for the invite, Cornelius.
Now, Hanneleen, what are the signs that we should look out for when we know the 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom house is becoming too much for us?
Cornelius, when it's become the two of you and your children have started leaving and that empty nest has now become a reality, you know, what do you do with that big house with rooms that are just there?
And I suppose for a lot of people, that reality starts around 50.
That's correct.
And
Yes.
but a lot of these people only start looking at their retirement options well into their 70s, 80s.
That's correct.
And
Absolutely.
we're going to get to all of that. But I want to find out from you, Annette, a downscaling to a smaller property does not necessarily mean giving up on lifestyle. Am I right?
Absolutely, Cornelius. You know, a lot of people think they're going to downscale their property, but they're going to upsize their lifestyle. So they're moving to a property that is more affordable sometimes, otherwise not, but it's not so much work on the property. You know, it's not a swimming pool that you have to maintain, but you can move to like a lifestyle estate where you can go for walks. You're a bit older now, so then you can go for walks and maybe join into clubs, all depending on what you want to achieve. Do you want to move into a sectional title or into a freestanding home? So all of that, you know, together, you don't have to, when you downscale, not upsize your lifestyle. It's normally a step up.
We live in a time where there's a lot of single people who never had children who are retiring. And what are typical practicalities that these people should consider?
How do you want to interact with other people? Then typically a sectional title complex, not necessarily a retirement village or estate, but a sectional title complex. A lot of complexes are, if you start and you speak to the area agent, they will tell you mostly retired people that stay in that complex. It's not a retirement village at all. It's a normal sectional title, but it's older people that stay there. And I mean, that's like-minded people of your peers.
How do you emotionally deal with packing up your life that you've built up over 30, 40 years? I mean, a lot of people would say, it took me 40 years to get to where I'm now. Now I just have to let go of it all. Annette, give us some insight, please.
First of all, Cornelius, when you decide to downscale, I would say there's a process. You have to transition into that. It's not just a decision that you make overnight and then tomorrow you decide, I'm gone, I'm downscaling now. I would say, you know, take the steps. If you've got a 5-bedroom house, the children have left, it's only you and your hubby. There's one room that you use, there's a kitchen that you use, and there's one lounge that you use. Lock up those other bedrooms. Take some of the furniture, lock it up in the bedrooms. See how long you can go without it. Maybe your huge 12-seater dining room set, because I found that that's more or less, you know, what happens when you're offering people advice on downscaling. Yes, but I've got my grandma's 12-seater, it has to come with us. So that emotional and sentimental thing, you've got to start not getting rid of it, but I always say, you know, memories is yours forever. Nobody can take away those memories. It doesn't mean that when you're moving into a smaller house, you're going to forget your memories.
Yeah.
Your memories are always going to be with you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, Hanneleen, the real estate agent can play a huge role in assisting you with this whole process. Why do you want to get your real estate agent involved in the process long before you even get to the point of moving?
I think if you work with an agent who has empathy for the situation and I want to say know the psychology behind that and really understand the processes that you are going to go through and can guide you, you know, before you even put your house on the market. Get in the car with me, I go and show you. I mean, I've got nothing to do with a retirement village, but let's go and see what it looks like. What's your options? You know, not with the idea to sell that person something, just to put their minds at ease. And invest time with your seller so that, it's obviously you hope to get the mandate at some point in time, but really it's about that person, having empathy with them, guiding them through the process. And yes, the 12-seater might not fit in the 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom lounge dining. It's much more compacted for a reason. That's the idea of downscaling. But look at other options. There are there's lovely furniture on the market, lots of things, you know, trade it. Your children are going to a bigger house, take their smaller dining room.
That's a lovely idea. That's really a very nice idea. Now, still on the point of getting your real estate agent involved. Annette, I would imagine also from a financial point of view, know what your property is worth before you start making plans. Talk to us about that and how the agent can assist with that.
First of all, I would think go and give them a valuation or a market value of their property, and then they can see what they can actually get for that price. So the financial matters are it's not necessarily that when you're downscaling, you're financially better off. Because of a lot of people downscaling move to modern properties. It's maybe a little bit more than you're getting for your house, but you're getting that lifestyle that you want. So financially, you know, you have to, when you move into a sectional title complex, you've got to consider the levies, the rates and taxes. Are there any special levies? When you move into a lifestyle estate, a lot of things to consider. So it's very important for the real estate professional to be a good listener, empathize with the seller, and guide them on that journey. Give them all the options that you have. Put the financial situation on the table and say, these are your hidden costs. Be on the lookout for this and that and this when we buy your new property.
Now we're almost out of time. Very briefly, just from both of you, Hanneleen, I'm going to start with you. Any last piece of advice that you have for people downscaling?
Get your real estate agent involved from the word go. Choose a real estate agent that has empathy for your situation, that can guide you through the process. I've seen time and time again, if the seller is forced into a situation, might be by children, and they don't want to sell, I can put that property in the market for R2.50, it will not sell. They have to buy into you and be willing to pick up their memories and let go of the attachment to the property.
That is so true. So true. Annette, last thoughts.
Have an open mind when you're considering downscaling, because you have thought of it before. Try and take your memories with you. Compartmentalize your house and see what you don't need. If you go on holiday, you're only going into maybe a 2 or 3 bedroom place, and that suffice. You know, you can get along without that 12-seater. So I would say lock up some of your stuff, keep it locked away, and also if you've got that open mind, think of, you don't necessarily have to give it away, sell it, or give it to the kids because they normally don't want it. They've got their own stuff, or they want to buy modern stuff. There's also the option of a storage facility. So put your stuff in storage, and then if you don't want to let go of it, change it around the next 6 months. So you've got a new house every time.
Lovely. Thank you so much. Well, Annette, Hanneleen, great to have the two of you on the show today.
Thank you so much, Cornelius. It was lovely being here.